that when that thing came out, I was like, oh, like that was like the ultimate thing. Like that was better than the Kamehameha at the time.
I don't know about that now.
Well, when you saw that, well, at least when I saw it, I'm like, yo, this is cool. Like you can't control the Kamehameha. You just throw that, like it goes wherever it goes. But this thing was like, moving it around. All right, guys, welcome to Manny'z World. This is the last but not least episode that we're going to be going over when it comes to the Dragon Ball series. And as you know, I have Andres and Hans joining us today as well. So we are here to determine whether this episode was a poop or was it gold. Was it poop or was it gold? So let's see. Let's start with Anderson this time. So talk to me. There's a lot of stuff that happened in this episode. We meet Yamcha, yet another staple of the Dragon Ball Z.
The most useless character.
Series for a while. At least, he becomes less relevant as things go on. But we see the Wolfang Fist. We see Puar. We mentioned them in the last episode as well. So talk to me.
I mean, it's tough. Thoughts? My first thoughts is it took 18 minutes to introduce Yamcha, and the episode is called Yamcha the Bandit. So I kind of struggle with that a little bit. I'm like, all right, so we're going to meet Yamcha, but I forgot how much filler happens before we meet Yamcha. So I was like, that's kind of a little bit of just a bait and switch for some people right there.
How about you, Hans?
Yeah, the episode felt like it was going to be something else. I thought we were going to, I mean, not only, I thought we were going to either see more of Yamcha, but the way the episode was going, I thought we were going to see the Ox King. Because there was just this misadventure of them just getting to that piece of land, and then the whole, there was a lot of just perverted jokes that preceded the actual episode. It seems like most of that episode was just gag
filler?
Jokes. And
was it filler, Hans? Was it filler?
It was filled with something, but
it's funny though, because I'm starting to recognize a pattern almost. It's like we're gonna do 15 minutes of like funny stuff, as much funny gags that we can throw in there, and then we're gonna try to finish the story in the last 5 minutes of the show. And that's what really happened. There's a bunch of perverted jokes with what's his name? Oolong, and then the last 5 minutes we see Yamcha, and we see their whole interaction, and the fight takes literally like 2 seconds. Hey, but we did see the Wolfang Fist.
That is true, but we saw Wolfang kick.
Oh yeah.
What the heck?
It was a kick first, and then a few hits after that. I think it changes though, right? Is it different later on?
It does change. I mean, I think about one of the greatest Dragon Ball Z games on PlayStation 2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, and it's just like him just hitting him with his fist and spinning around and stuff like that. So
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll try to include it in the video if I can find it. But I do remember it being cooler, because I do remember as a kid play fighting and stuff and doing the Wolfang Fist. So
quick sidebar. Yeah. I see where they got Kiba from in Naruto. When you think about it, Kiba was I think that was his name. The guy that had the dog.
Oh.
You can kind of see. There's some stuff that they still offer him.
I was looking up Yamcha real quick, and I saw a quick page of Yamcha and Gohan and how they essentially have the same hairstyle in chronological order. So they're somebody was is this kid really Goku's son? I don't know. It was pretty funny. I'll try to put it in the video as well so you can see it.
Conspiracy theories.
So talk to me. Did anything stand out to you guys that's noteworthy at all, or what do you think?
freaking Yamcha actually was kicking Goku's butt for a little bit.
Or that's the only thing that stood out, that Yamcha mattered for a second.
And then he wasn't on the side just like all curled up.
Dang.
And I like how even though he like kept up with Goku, they went out of the way to explain that it's because he was hungry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Goku is the hero, as we
he was just handicapped.
Majorly handicapped.
But Yamcha does, like, you know, in the other tournaments, he does come up with some cool techniques. I don't know if you guys remember that technique where like he moves the ball around,
spear ball,
energy, and like hits people. I thought that when that thing came out, I was like, oh, like that was like the ultimate thing. Like that was better than the Kamehameha at the time.
I don't know about that now.
Well, when you saw that, well, at least when I saw it, I'm like, yo, this is cool. Like you can't control the Kamehameha. You just throw that, you know, and like it goes wherever it goes. But this thing was like, you know, moving it around. Yeah, this episode too was I think like it was kind of funny, I guess, a few little jokes here and there. I mean, it was more like annoying, just Bulma, you know, being Bulma, and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I lost my capsule, and like there's I gotta deal with nature now. But I feel like the last 5 minutes again was where it kind of picked up a little bit for me.
Yeah. And I've noticed that they reused some of the same gags, the same jokes, the whole.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, we're doing this again. I was like, man, they're just.
I mean, even the narrator, like self-titled Oolong is like the perverted pig or something like that.
Although I did appreciate the poop jokes. There's nothing funnier than a poop joke.
You know, when I saw that scene, I'm like, how is this working? Like, what science is this?
Yeah.
Dude.
I like how Goku was willing to turn on his like friend.
Yeah, real quick. He's like, you witch!
Yeah. Also, that's another thing that confused me. I was like, they were like, so much of the story was like her not wanting to walk. They can't keep up. And I was thinking, it's like, he can fly. Why can't he just carry her?
Or like hold her?
Yeah.
He could. Although it feels like still like in Dragon Ball at this time though, like Goku and Bulma are both like the heroes of the story. I think like that's why we see like a focus on Bulma. I mean that we know that changes over time, but even in the narration, like they're like our heroes, Bulma and Goku are yada yada yada. So it's definitely interesting to see like how much the storytelling and the focus shifts, you know, later on in the progression of the show for sure. Anything else that you guys want to mention before we go to the verdict?
Oh man. No, I think we kind of just hit it really. I mean,
I was glad to see some real fighting though. That was cool.
Yeah, but I did get disappointed because we're finally going to see Goku like fight. And then, oh, there's a pretty girl. I knock out.
We're not going to see him fight for real until after he trains with Roshi. So
that is true.
He has to go through Mr. Miyagi, you know, wax on, wax
off.
off.
Oh, man. I wish we could have done the next episode because when they get to Fire Mountain, that's when you see Roshi for real.
Getting all drugged up.
I know, right?
Steroids. Is it Venom, right? From Batman? Venom?
Yeah, Venom.
Venom status, yeah. All right, so talk to me, Andy. I think last time we asked Hans first. Poop or gold?
Even though the title is very deceiving, and it was a lot of filler, I'm gonna still go gold, man. I mean, the fight with Yamcha, I think, kind of really made it up. It's really now starting to take the direction of what Dragon Ball Z is you get a lot of comedy, but you get some awesome fighting, and that was a really good animation scene that they did.
Speaking of the comedy, like the comedy later on just gets completely lost, doesn't it? It's so weird to see it so emphasized now, but later on it's like there's a gag joke here and there, but like not as prominent at all.
Well, they're smarter about doing it because, it's like anything else. When you oversaturate something with the same
I don't know
thing
about smarter,
over-
man. Some of the jokes in
No.
Super are stupid.
No. Listen, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. When they do
Oh,
some gag stuff with Vegeta, it's hilarious because
yeah.
it's almost never done. Super is following the same recipe as Dragon Ball. Insane amount of gag jokes and then fighting, and then gag jokes and then fighting. They're not spacing it out. It's oversaturated.
Mm. What do you think, Hans? Super Gold for you, bro.
Well, it's the same as all the other episodes.
Dang.
really
Like,
is.
so Dragon Ball's like just skating by for you?
It still, I think the first episode's still the best one of the 5. It's only that way if I remove all my connection to the series. Like if I were just if I was just watching this as an adult, like now, then I'd be, what is this? What are we doing here again?
Yeah.
There's only so many times I can see Goku Pat. Yeah. There's only so many times.
Series doesn't understand your. No wait,
Yeah.
Is it series?
It's
Or is
Alexa.
No, Bixby.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. There's only so many times you can see Goku patting people's genitals and like, okay, like, again. I was like, man.
Lord.
It's like it gets old, and then like having to go through the whole episode, and like when it really starts getting good, it's like you waiting for someone to make a meal, and like,
And they're giving
right
you
after,
like little pieces.
no, it's like they cook. You wait 45 minutes for the main course, and then they bring you the salad.
Bro, no. You know what this reminded me of? Have you seen, and it's a really famous episode, so I'm sure you guys have seen it. Andy, so I don't know about you, maybe not. But the Office episode, The Dinner Party.
Oh yeah.
You remember that when like they
Dinner
go to
party,
Michael's
dinner
house and like they get there and like they haven't
I didn't see
started
that
cooking the roast, so when they get there they tell them, oh yeah, it's gonna be 4 hours for the roast to finish. So they're like they just got there, they gotta put the food and they gotta wait 4 hours before they actually get any food.
I didn't see that
I think
episode,
that's
no.
what we're seeing. It's pretty funny. You haven't seen it?
Nah.
Oh, you gotta see it, dude.
I gotta look it up. I do love The Office.
It's actually one of the most popular episodes that show has.
Oh, you know what? It's another episode that's just like that in The Office. It's the one where he promises to pay for the kids' colleges.
Oh man, that's cringe. That's cringe.
And they get the laptop battery.
That's cringe worthy.
It's like,
What do they call
I know,
it?
I promised
like,
that. He bought the
wait.
laptop batteries.
No, but they call the kid something like Little Michael's or like Michael's little
Something ridiculous.
Like
Like
Kids,
that.
kids or something.
you remember they had some nickname. I don't know. Somebody look it up, but
Hey, less than a minute, boys. It's about to kill on us right now.
Oh, less than a minute. All right. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds. For me, to be honest, the appearance of Yamcha just at the end there was not enough to win me over on this episode. I'm going to say it's a poop episode. It was cool to see like a new character, but if I didn't know who Yamcha would turn out to be, I would just be like, all right, this was just like a bad guy that got introduced and got his butt kicked in like 5 minutes. I just don't think that if I was watching this on my own, I would have been like, oh man, this was like, let me watch the next one. Like there just wasn't enough. Because for you to continue on to the next episode, you're really looking back at the Ox King, and they really didn't put that much emphasis in it. So I feel like for me, there wouldn't be enough for it to go on. So with that said, I believe that this episode is going to be a poop, gentlemen. Anderson gave it a gold. Hans is kind of on the fence, but more on the poopish side. I'm on the poop side. So Dragon Ball Z, episode 5. I'm sorry.
Dragon
Love
Ball,
you,
episode 5.
but it's poop.